Hi friends, welcome to my channel BioBus. Today, let's look into the types of migraines. Complex migraine. Complex migraine isn't a type of headache. Instead, complex or complicated migraine is a general way to describe migraines. Though it's not a very clinically accurate way to describe them, some people use complex migraine to mean migraines with auras that have symptoms that are similar to symptoms of a stroke. These symptoms include weakness, trouble in speaking, and loss of vision. Menstrual migraine. Menstrual related migraines affect up to 60% of women who experience any type of migraine. They can occur with or without an aura. They can also occur before, during, or after menstruation and during ovulation. Research has shown that menstrual migraines tend to be more intense, last longer, and have more significant nausea than migraines not associated with the menstrual cycle. In addition to the standard treatments for migraines, women with menstrual related migraines may also benefit from medications that affect serotonin levels as well as hormonal treatments. Esophageal migraine or migraine without headache. Esophageal migraine is also known as migraine without headache, aura without headache, silent migraine, and visual migraine without headache. Esophageal migraines occur when a person has an aura but does not get a headache. This type of migraine isn't uncommon in people who start having migraines after age 40. Visual aura symptoms are most common. With this type of migraine, the aura may gradually occur with symptoms spreading over several minutes and move from one symptom to another. After visual symptoms, people may have numbness, speech problems, and then feel weak and unable to move a part of their body normally. Hormonal migraines, also known as menstrual migraines and exogenous estrogen withdrawal headaches. Hormonal migraines are linked with female hormones, commonly estrogen. They include migraines during your period, ovulation, pregnancy, perimenopause. The first few days after you start or stop taking medications that have estrogen in them, such as birth control pills or hormone therapy. If you are using hormone therapy and have an increase in headaches, your doctor may talk with you about adjusting your dose, changing the type of hormones, and stopping hormone therapy. Cluster migraine. Cluster migraine isn't a type defined by International Headache Society. However, there are cluster headaches. These headaches cause extreme pain around and behind the eye, often with tearing on one side, nasal congestion, and flushing. They can be brought on by alcohol or excessive smoking. You may have cluster headaches as well as migraines. Migraines in children. Children can have many of the same types of migraines as adults. Children and teens, like adults, can also experience depression and anxiety disorders along with their migraines. Until they are older teens, children may more likely to have symptoms on both sides of the head. It's rare for children to have headache pain in the back of the head. Their migraines tend to last 2 to 72 hours. A few migraine variants are more common in children. They include abdominal migraine, benign paroxysmal vertigo, and cyclic vomiting. Migraines and pregnancy. For many women, their migraines improve during pregnancy. However, they become more worse following delivery due to sudden hormonal shifts. Headaches during pregnancy need special attention to make sure that the cause of the headache is understood. Research is ongoing, but a recent small study showed that the women with migraine during pregnancy experienced a higher rate of having preterm or early delivery. Preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is a pregnancy complication characterized by high blood pressure and signs of damage to another organ system, most often the liver and kidneys. A baby born with low birth weight. Certain migraine medication may not be considered safe during pregnancy. This can include aspirin. If you have migraines during pregnancy, work with your doctor to find ways to treat your migraine that won't harm your developing baby. Migraine prevention. You may want to take these actions to help to prevent a migraine. Learn what triggers your migraines and avoid those things. Stay hydrated. Per day, men should drink about 13 cups of fluids and women should drink 9 cups. Avoid skipping meals. Get quality sleep. A good night's sleep is important for overall health. Quit smoking. Make it a priority to reduce stress in your life and learn to cope with it in helpful ways. Learn relaxation skills. Exercise regularly. Exercise may help you not only reduce stress but also lose weight. Experts believe obesity is linked to migraines. Be sure to start exercising slowly to warm up gradually. Starting too fast and intensely can trigger a migraine. Thank you for watching guys. Please like and share and subscribe my channel for more videos. See you all soon. Bye bye.